The bill, Stacey Pinkerton. Pinkerton.
Thank you, Committee Chair Dalby and the Judiciary Committee for being here and listening to us. I hope you really are listening. There's no expiration on time. There's no expiration on your memory and what you go through as a survivor of sexual assault and rape. I'm a survivor of both. Not many of them survive. I'm an Arkansan. I was raped here in Arkansas by my boss. We were talking about forcible compulsion. He administered nitrous oxide, turned up the nitrous, turned the oxygen down low, as he raped me in the dentist chair. My way of survival was to be quiet about it and to leave the state. I ended up in the hands of another predator. This predator you all know, you've heard of, he's known as America's Dad. I do not need to go into the details of what happened, but I was drugged at a dinner unknowingly. I was kidnapped. I found myself in a hotel room where my body had been moved. I remembered what happened before I went unconscious. I went down to the hotel lobby and I told them to call the police. They didn't do it. There's a village of enablers for all these predators. We don't think about that. The perpetrators, the predators, they always say it was consensual. They never admit to rape. And they never do it just once. I did not get justice here in Arkansas. I have reached out. And the first words that I hear is, why didn't you come forward sooner? I didn't want my father to take the law into his own hands. This is a cultural problem, and we need to educate the jurors. We need to educate the public, and we need to realize that we have an epidemic. We do live in a rape culture. Predators know the sense of vulnerability as pedophiles know the vulnerability of a child. As I said, they never do it just once. Rape and sexual assault is abuse of power. It has nothing to do with sex. It is murder on the soul. And the only way is action. And the first action towards protecting Arkansan is defining consent for all parties. We need to clarify this. After I found out I was not the only one and the perpetrator who drugged, kidnapped, and raped me, he had also sexually assaulted and raped as many as 63 other women. Only one was within the statute of limitations to be able to have some justice. I went to the courtroom. I saw my rapist. That person who was able to get justice was not me. I was informed by all the legal experts around the nation, including this state, Stacey, you need to change the laws. Keep using your voice And I thought the best place to start was in my beloved state of Arkansas. I would like you to know that in the courtroom of William H. Cosby, the jurors asked the judge to define consent. Unfortunately, the judge said, "There is no definition of consent. Use your common sense." It ended in a mistrial, and we all basically know what happened after that. Very few perpetrators get arrested. Less than that make it into a courtroom. And imagine you do get that small 1% chance to make it into a courtroom, and you do not have any justice because the jurors asked the judge to define consent. I'm pleading with every one of you to change the laws, define consent. It's important. Think about your children and your grandchildren. Because according to the statistics, it is not 1 in 4. It's more. As I say, I am a survivor, but not everyone survives. I appreciate your time. And a heads up on the documentary, The Case Against Cosby. I was speaking with Dr. Gabor Mate, who is specialist in trauma and addictions. And I said, our system is broken. And he assured me it is not, that it works perfectly for the predator. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Pinkerton. That is correct, Pinkerton.
Pinkerton, Pinkerton.
Okay. Just want to make sure we had it right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Representative Lundstrom, we've come to the end of the 20 minutes or so that we had.